President Obama says his job plan puts a lot of emphasis on small business. More than half of the $447 billion plan is made up of tax incentives that he says can help small business owners.
And we're talking about the possible impact of this plan with radio talk show host, author, and small business owner Dave Ramsey. His new book is called EntreLeadership. Hit stores today. Great to have you with us, Dave.
Well, it's an honor to be here.
So you're a small business. You're growing your business. You're actually hiring right now. What's it going to take to get more companies to do what you're doing? And is that in the president's plan?
Well, I think the president is a great orator, and the speech that he gave the other night was really uplifting. And I do love the fact that he's identified small business as the answer to the jobs program. That's awesome. All the tinkering, though, as a small business guy, I resist the tax code telling me how to behave. I would rather you just leave me alone, set up a stable environment, and let me operate. Because a $4,000 tax credit is not going to cause me to hire people that I got to pay for the next 5 or 10 years. It's not enough to make me move the needle. I'm going to hire people because I see that my business can win.
So you're a huge fan of the Buffett rule then, basically.
I'm one of them.
Can we talk about tax? Because that's clearly front and center right now. What do you think should happen?
Well, I'm a small business free enterprise guy, so I'm kind of a renegade out here in the market, and really 61% of Americans work for small businesses. And so that is the answer to moving the economic needle and getting some healing and some recovery going on. And I really honestly believe, as a practitioner, that the best thing to do is get out of our way. Let us do our thing. We are natural animals that exist in this environment if you take the stuff off of it.
What does that look like? Yeah, what is that? I mean, getting out of the way, what needs to be in place, and what does government's role then need to be in this economy, if anything?
Government's role is not necessarily to engineer things with the tax code. It would be to push the taxes back from the edges, and that's not so that millionaires make more money. That's not the point, and I know that's the big thing going on. But that's so that as the owner of the business, I have more money, then I can hire people. It's a mathematical equation.
Does that mean a simplified tax code? You want to see a flat tax?
A simplified tax code, less regulation. Don't cram all these. Man, I got agencies coming at me from left and right, and I only have 300 people hired.
That is something, when you're on the smaller side, any kind of regulation is going to hit you a little bit harder, probably, than if you're on the bigger side, because you have to allocate more capital to being able to cope with that regulation. Small business is not hiring this go round like small business has hired previously, coming out of recoveries. Do you think there's anything behind that other than what we've discussed already? Do you think there's something about the type of business that, for example, small business is in that's keeping hiring so weak right now?
No, it's about hope, and I think that's where the president's strong suit is. By speaking hope into the nation, and by setting up an environment where there's a vision again, where people believe again, then I go higher. It's not about giving me $4,000.
Quickly, I want to ask you about one thing you say about jobs, because clearly jobs are an enormous concern. Too many Americans are unemployed. You call the hiring process relational and not transactional. What does that mean? Companies
lose their soul when they treat their team members as units of production and not human beings. These people have children. They have families. I've got a grandmother that's got cancer. These people work on my team. They're my family. And when you forget that in America, in business, you mess up your whole company culture.
Dave Ramsey. EntreLeadership hit stores today. Check it out. Also on our website. We'll be back.